Moin Moin everybody, my name is Lemmes and this is...
Medievals, hello there!
We are two Germans reacting to, what is it? Overlord 2, or basically the Overlord openings.
Openings.
We will start with the second opening since we already had the first one. And yeah, wait.
And this was requested, right? So
this was requested actually.
For you.
Do you have the here the name of the guy who...
I don't. I just wrote down someone requested it.
Okay.
Oh, but it was like 2 or 3 people by now, so
Two or three people, okay. Let's go.
All the lizard people.
Lizard people, okay. So we haven't watched Overlord yet. So
Correct?
it is pretty spoiler heavy for me on what's about to go down in these seasons.
A tiny bit. But
A tiny bit.
So much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more of, you see generally the characters that will appear.
These are just looking like crocodiles mixed with sharks, especially this guy over here.
Yeah.
Dinosaur. Okay. A Power Ranger buck, man?
The Overlord openings have all so much energy. I love it.
Oh yeah. Energy!
You never want to fight the butler. Don't do it.
Energy! So, Overlord is basically still kind of medieval, right? Not in the modern times?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, much of that. I think she's one of the most used characters for certain sites.
My god, those crocodile dudes look so badass. Holy shit.
Yes, they do. Actually, my first Dungeons & Dragons character was Dragonborn, who sort of looked like those dudes, right? Just mine had golden scales and he was a paladin, of course, so,
And what the hell is that? Is that a mushroom?
Yeah, that's one of those bleedy mushrooms, just as a person.
Okay. Was that a penguin? Wait.
Back.
A battle penguin. Oh god, look at his eye. It's staring right into your soul. Okay, this is the
the first one. So I'm not sure all the stuff we talked about last time, but yeah, since you said sort of medieval, right? Actually, the story-wise, it's sort of like Sword Art Online. That's not too much spoiler, right? Somebody ends up in a game.
Isekai.
Right? Yeah, Isekai. And the world he came from is like post-World War III, very high technology. And the world he's in now is basically your standard fantasy MMO game.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you can see a difference in technology there that might also be used.
So here in this opening, as you said, slight spoilers, the races that are about to appear in the show, I guess.
Yeah, and factions, sort of, you saw all these groups walk in.
Yeah, some kind of conflict. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
will we be watching the Overlord series at some point? I guess so.
I really want to. We can think about when.
Wait.
And
Wait. Damn it! God, okay.
yeah,
Keep
well, that
talking.
was just awkward. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, let's not talk too much. Let's just go for number
let's
3 now.
for
Because, we
numero
got all of
three.
them in here.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Steve. Yeah, wait.
This song is about cannibalism, by the way, just in case you didn't notice it in the
Okay.
lyrics. Just up front.
Oh, more female characters. Okay.
There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them.
More ara. Ara. Okay, from the sound of the opening, it's weird, I gotta say.
Yeah, this one sounds sort of horror-ish, I guess. Because it's a little bit off-putting. There are a few sounds in there where you're like, oh, that note feels wrong. If you listen closely. And it's just like, as I said, the lyrics are sort of, everything's tasty, I can eat everything I want. Also, like, fresh and blood red and shit like that. So it's the whole vibe
It's
of the Overlord.
yes,
Right?
so a little bit Halloweeny, so to say.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the creepiness, right? It's like right there. Myth
Well,
and Void is really good with that type of music.
well,
They have a lot of that.
well, I gotta say that cannibalism of its own is a little bit weird, right? So it fits to the sound of the music.
Cannibalism can also be really deadly really quickly.
No.
No, really. You can't ever eat the brain of your own species, and as far as I know, though, it goes for all species. If you eat the brain of your own species, you basically die. Because
Prion
mad
disease
cow's
was
disease, in case anyone
it?
remembers,
Yeah.
that's what happens. It's basically like little they're called prions. They are proteins in your brain, and they're folded a certain way, and like a domino like line, if one of them is folded wrongly and gets in there because it comes from a corpse, it will touch the others, and they will all fold a different way, and suddenly you got a sponge for a brain. Learn about that in biology class. It's very fun. It's not
Yeah,
very fun.
fun. Ah, more ara. Oh, yes.
All of it.
All of it. All of it.
And of course, magic. Tomio's being an all-powerful mage, that's up there. And the
So,
number of choices you can have for superpowers you wish for, all-powerful mage, pretty high up.
so this opening, a lot less energy than the other ones.
Yes.
But the theme of cannibalism, yeah, as I said, weird. Sounds weird. Pretty fitting. Yes. Okay, let's jump to the
Yeah,
next one.
I think the seasons are sort of like their nature is reflected in those openings. Because the first one is, if you remember the lyrics from Clatonia, it's like, where is my soul? Have I lost it? He turns into the character in the game he ended up in, the Isekai move. And he's wondering, where am I even, right? And then the second opening was more like, go cry go, let's move forward. Let's see what's going on here. And the third one is more like creepy, like settling in the situation, the different, factions and all that. And in this one, you will see it goes a little bit different scale.
Different scale. Okay.
Yes, season 4 is a very different scale to the other ones, in my opinion.
Well, then
It
go.
might be
Let's
that
go.
other people see it differently.
Oh, this is a little bit too loud.
It's not too loud.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, also Overlord has bad CGI in some spots, especially with armies.
So I guess from this scene they are preparing for a battle, right?
And I look like this, yeah.
Okay. Oh, dragons, always good.
Yeah, you gotta love dragons. Especially in fantasy adventure, right?
Fantasy without dragons isn't fantasy. Period. Anything?
Why
Anyone who would
Lemon's
disagree?
D&D group already had to fight one.
Yeah, Yeah.
They're like
yeah.
level 3 or 4, and I just put a dragon in there.
Luckily, it was only a shadow figure or a copy of some
Yeah,
kind.
we made it basically the shadow of a young dragon.
Yeah.
In D&D you can do all sorts of cool shit. And I think the author of Overlord, he went in that same direction, right? He was like, what would be really fucking cool in a fantasy story? And then he took it and put it in there.
Dragons. Just dragons. Anyone who
All of it.
disagrees,
You don't know the show? All of it.
anyone who disagrees, um, has lost touch with reality. So
Yeah, dragons are just cool.
okay, this guy right here, I think
It's a big boy.
yeah, it's a big boy, and he is probably inspired by that one boss from Dark Souls 2.
I'm not sure which came first, but yeah, might be.
Wait, was this a gun?
Yes.
This is a gun, and what?
You know how MMOs in Japan are? They probably don't. They do a lot of promotional content and crossover shit. You will
Okay.
have a fantasy game and they do a crossover with some Gundam game and suddenly you have that shit in there. That is a thing that happens in MMOs like that. And especially like the more modern MMO type game, which is more often than not on mobile systems, they have that a ton.
Okay. Weird.
Yeah, for a Western person who doesn't know that kind of pay-to-win nature, it's a bit weird.
Oh. Floating sword and boss. Could have been a boss in Dark Souls, to be honest.
Yeah, he could definitely be in boss and Dark Souls.
Is this a... Wait. Is this a Nazi puppet?
Yesen.
Yes.
He speaks German and he does some military things,
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think it's Nazi. It's like World War One, more like Imperial German.
That was it. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So, thoughts on the music, like on the openings and stuff?
The music definitely has more energy than the third one.
Yes.
Sound, I haven't heard into the lyrics. I'm more like of a melody guy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But from here, well, let's just jump right to this spot. Is this the last season? The four?
No. For now, yes, but in general, no.
Okay.
Like the story is not even done yet. The light novel is quite a bit ahead, so that's what the author is just writing.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is the webtoon, or no, I guess it's a manga. That's still behind the anime, so that hasn't even caught up to the anime yet,
Okay.
which is a
So
bit weird. It's a bit of a unique case, but yeah, the story is not done by a long shot.
if I wouldn't know that the story isn't done, I would say that this guy is responsible for the Overlord to be in this world. But obviously isn't, right?
Well, he kind of looks like he could be.
He could be, yeah, that's a point, but is he actually? Because
Well,
that looks badass.
yeah, I don't know. See, here I can't spoil because I generally don't know. I know that is lore-wise something that is never, I think, confirmed in the anime, but it's sort of hinted at, that the main character isn't the first person to end up in that world from the game brought over. So, I'm not sure if this is someone who's related to that, or who is old enough to be, like, responsible for it all. or maybe just old enough to have seen the other people, or I don't know.
Hmm. We will
Because,
see.
you could be a powerful old being in a world, and randomly, every once in a while, isekai mofos show up at your doorstep and make trouble. And you're like, I'm done with this shit, but they keep showing up every few years, You don't have to be responsible for it to know about it or to fight it.
We will see. But for
Yes.
now, this would be it. So thank you everybody so much for
Yes.
watching this video. If you liked, drop the like bump on this video as usual. Show us to your friends, leave a like, leave a subscription, and click on the bell. And I guess we will see you dudes in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.